We're just doing the wrap up of what happened.
I'm sure. I'm sorry there are so many cameras from there. We all want to get this and understand it a little better. Do you feel that from the responses that you were getting, you were connecting with loved ones, or you were connecting with someone else? Other people, loved ones and other people. They were the ones responding. And so you were getting answers to the questions as well?
Yeah. But the questions were directed to
Mariah.
Okay.
And we discovered something about little secret roads, which will probably lead us to ourselves. And yeah, bit of an Oprah Winfrey Phil Donahue setup. We got the chills, we got the nausea, because we were getting direct answers, which was, yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you.
And I believe also Brooke connected with Mariah as well.
Yes, connect with Mariah. And we were asking questions. We actually asked her at one point to step away to let someone else come in, and she nodded straight away.
She's the boss.
She, again, like we went on for a little while longer with her, and then again we asked her to step away. No. She was quite bossy and thoughtful. She did start to spell out her husband's name for us, which I had no idea who he was. But we found a photo of him, which was brilliant. But yeah, so that was.
And you got R.I.
And then she just kind of went, anymore for you.
And it was, his name is Richard.
She's, yeah, she was awesome.
What about the other questions? Did you feel that Mariah was answering them or somebody else?
Okay, so with the 5 questions that everybody had to go with, there were a couple that we couldn't get a response on at all because it seemed to just confuse them, the way that it was written.
How they see us.
Yeah, the one about how they see us. Yeah. All I got was spinning plain checks, and nobody enjoyed that question at all. But I mean, we got the secret word spelled out twice, same word, okay. But it was different to the other tables. And yeah.
Interestingly, ours refused to spell the secret word because Renata knows the secret word and she had to come off the table. So Renata is our medium and we couldn't get a connection.
Oh my God.
Quick draw. So we were getting movement and it was starting to spell things out and then it would stop and we had to bring it back onto the table, and because I had asked them to draw in front of me and instead they've slid over to her. So she then had to say, look, Anne is now the medium. Please give her the information. And then it slid back over to me. But it still refused to answer what the secret word was, which I think is good because her knowing it could have influenced, and then people would just have assumed that we were cheating or that she is using a psychokinetic energy to write the word through the glass. You get your PK going. So I'm sort of glad it didn't answer.
Okay, just back to you, Bob. So that session with you and the vegetarian,
we had a couple of loved ones come through as well, lots and lots of emotion. So amazing.
Okay, well, we'll go to the other.
Do we have a list of the questions anymore?
Right there. We had a really good session. We had a young Indigenous girl come through, which we confirmed that her name was Annabelle. And it was very difficult for us to actually speak with her, and it was confirmed that she didn't have, like, you know, much of the English language, couldn't really spell. But then we had Jenny's father, Walter, come through, who was very strong, and we were able to go back through all of the questions and re-ask them. We had a lot of conversation on some family issues and things that were going on as well. But he also confirmed for us that or that we thought of and knew of Annabelle, that yes, she was a young girl that was here in the house. Mariah helped them quite a bit as far as teaching them English and that sort of thing. Her mother worked in the kitchen, and it was really good. Again, too, when we were talking about this secret word, and I kept on asking Walter, Jenny's father, whether he played, actually did word puzzles and stuff like that, because we've written it out about 3 or 4 times, and we kept on, we can't make sense of this word. And we're sort of thinking, okay, do we need to make a word out of these letters? Then we had it sort of evolve into certain circumstances per people, names within the family, and it got a little bit emotional. I'm a little bit emotional about it too. So it was really, really good. So I'm so keen to find out what this word is. Yeah.
I don't know if she can actually tell you at this stage. She can't reveal it. Because we've got to wait till everybody gets their evidence in. Once it's out of our hands, then they can reveal the word. Because anyone could go away now and recreate a moment and pretend it was here and say, oh, no, we got the word. So we have to wait till evidence is submitted.
Can I ask one question?
Yep.
How do I might have missed it. How do we find out what the word is? We all post it. So
remember at the start we asked you to like and follow our pages. That wasn't just for ego, maybe a little bit, but so that you can follow the results of what happens from all of this. So as long as you know someone who's got Facebook and can check on that, it will take a while. It normally takes months. I want to know, did we get any interesting responses to the easiest way we can communicate with you from the physical world? Is it using technology or metaphysical?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. Emma, what'd you get?
No technology.
No technology.
No technology.
And that's interesting because that was the mediums. Okay.
No, we got that too. We asked that twice.
In person?
And then the word modern, which then the word puzzle came up, which was sort of the magic that we explained in the gadgets and how that, for the spirit world, how the gadgets would be like us trying to do a puzzle and work out how to do it.
It's very much like that.
Yes, so we had those 3 words.
And the SB11s?
So the SB11, the answer that we got to that question was it's on the table. So whether
which is interesting.
Whether it's the SB11 on the table or we're physically talking about doing table work.
Yeah. And the answer we got was technology and mediums, but the mediums need to channel through the technology to focus the information that is coming through. Is that right, Renata? Is that what we got?
Yeah, because what we'll get to you, Emma, forgot you, Emma.
No, well, you do ask Emma. Emma, go for her answer.
No, go for more stuff. What we were, what seemed to be coming through for us is that they prefer to use us as the energy source rather than
EMF pumps and battery drains and yeah.
So they prefer to use us because we are the closest thing to who they were. So they see us as the first point, and then from that, if we concentrate our learning to just allow them to flow through us, we can use the technology as a secondary backup. So they work through us, and then we work with the technology.
Yeah. So I thought what we could do is work through the questions and ask each of the groups what they got. Well, I thought that's how we get the information from him. That's okay. Hello. And hello, Christy, as well. That's why I thought hang on. That's why I thought if we got the answers individually from the groups, what the answers to the questions were, we were getting their information. But that's okay. We can do it your way.
Yes,
Oh, hang on. I can't see. Oh, there she is. No, don't worry about her.
You're very close to me. It's like it's Dubbo jail.
We had some amazing experiences and connections. I had a group of mediums, of psychics, that didn't know each other, and we sat in silence after we did a big deepening and a little bit of a circle workshop. And a lot of our answers that we got were very similar. I also learnt some things about the house that I've been here 100 times
At least.
that I didn't know. So I was told from the group of psychics, and they all had different things that connected to the same story, about a well, which I've never seen because I'm mostly here in the dark, and about some children that drown in the well. And they all had things connected to these children being drowned. And we had some really great connections with some of the people of the house, the children of the house, and some of the Aboriginals that worked here on the land and had a community nearby. So it was a really positive, amazing experience, and I think we all sort of walked out of there. Well, I know I did. I felt really positively charged when I walked out of there. It was quite a great experience.
Hands up those psychics, mediums, put on your labels.
Yeah,
ladies, all
great
ladies.
work.
It helped us go says a hell of a lot. There was so much coming down. It's like, whoa, too much, you know.
Yeah, Renata and I, like when Renata was on as a medium, she was shaking, and then when she got the table, I started to shake. And I'm going, oh my God, what is this? It's just the energy.
There was a lot of energy that you guys called out. We wouldn't be here.
So let's ask a question of the groups.
I can ask Christy how her session went.
Pages of random words to sort through. So we went through all of the questions, but probably most direct hits was when I'd say things like, all right, we've got to switch over, and someone would go, it's over. And then I was conscious that the 1 hour was coming to an end, and I looked at my timer and it clicked over to 1 p.m. and someone said that's 60 minutes. So they were definitely keeping an eye on the time. The secret word, well, we've got about 50 to choose from. 6 and 4 are probably for us, the name Stuart came up a lot of times as well. For answering the questions, there was a few words that coincided as an answer, but nothing that was directly them answering the question specifically.
Can I just whiz through the questions to see if we had anything profound from any of the others? So how do we look to you? Now, did we get anything good from any of the groups? Nothing? No?
Slim? Yes.
Slim? Oh, I like that.
Actually, we got fat people. Question, we got fat as well. They felt out fat, and no one else.
Well, let's face it, then maybe they're referring to you, pair, as Slim. I don't know. Emma?
We actually had some pretty cool things for that. First of all, we're all fools. But secondly, and this is a goosebumps thing, I can see your skin, I can see your hair, I can see you. So it was pretty great.
We did get skin as well. A couple of times skin came up as well.
Renata, what did we get?
I'm losing it.
I know.
So we asked them to write a word, and they wrote porous. So we're fluid, and we asked, like, how do they really see us? And it's like energy. It's just like vibration, but within a structure. So they see us like we see them, sort of thing. But that it's contained within, but they can see through it. So, and some people, because we said, someone used the word, did you use the word twinkle? Or?
Yeah, just like little sparkling lights.
Yes.
When I see spirit form, I see like what I call static, like little pinpoints of lights, and they agreed with that as well.
And I asked, do some people sparkle more than others? We went very deep down the rabbit hole.
Yeah. Right. So the next one, because we want to give you time to go play. What is the most important thing to you that you wish to tell us, Emma?
I think ours is more stories about the house.
Okay,
and the children and how they were treated.
Not a problem. Anything that they wanted to tell us?
Sex.
Sex. Excellent. Roman, shut up.
We didn't really
Nothing?
Or is that where the rose started? I think, yeah.
Rose?
Rosie.
Rosie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nothing? Okay, well, Renata,
So this is where we went down the rabbit hole.
we went down a big rabbit hole on this one.
So we asked them, is there anything important that you need to tell us that we should be doing? And it spelled out the word pray. And so we then asked the next question, who should we pray to?
Because I'm a devil like that. Now, this was profound.
It actually spelled out the word Abraham.
Mm-hmm.
And then what was the next question that we asked? About the infinity.
We said, could you give us a word that we can pass on to people? No?
It was deeper than that.
Okay.
Was,
I did ask.
it was about a God.
I said,
are you God? And kind of it was no, but the whole crux of the thing was that we do not look towards a religion or anything like that. They only gave us a symbol, and that symbol was.
I asked, which religion do you belong to? And it said no.
Yeah. And then we got the infinity symbol.
Just going round and round and round.
Is never beginning, never ending, it just is. Because we were asking about specifics to specify who this Abraham was, whether they were just giving, or whether that entity felt that he needed to give us a name for it to be easier for us. But it was just like, there is no one specific. Is that right, or are we wrong there? Do you remember that?
Yeah, they were it was basically said no religion.
No religion.
It would be simple, but they went on to how we go about it.
Oh yeah. So we then asked about how best to contact you, and we knew from the first letter.
And we're trying to block out our conscious minds so we didn't influence what was happening. So if you heard us going Tuesday, Monday, Sunday, Saturday, we're trying to block our conscious mind.
And so the answer was meditate. And we asked for how many days a week you want us to
Because I was
meditate.
cheeky.
And 7. And so okay, well, can you just make it easier for us? Can you tell us how many minutes a day we need to meditate? And it actually drew the infinity symbol that way. So it became 8.
Which I thought was interesting. Yeah. That was actually the answer to the question of, sorry? We got pray last year. Yeah.
Oh, and what should we be praying? Oh, that's right. What should we be praying for? And it was peace. And what should we be praying to?
Yeah.
Well, that's when it sort of came up with the infinity.
Yeah. Oh, you got peace as well?
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
Worship. The love one. It's worship. Okay. They didn't want to answer love for us.
Yeah, they were a little bit insulted. They're spelling out all these profound words, and we said, "Can you write the word love?" And then
Yeah, Jenny's father, Walter, was very strong and spelt out the word love.
Yeah.
It was like boom, boom, boom.
We did ask that for the sake of the experiment, could they write the word love? It's like, okay, we get the hint, thank you. Do you feel our energy the same way we feel yours?
What did you guys get for that?
We got yes a lot.
Yeah.
What do we get, guys? No.
Yeah, I think our words were quite random.
Sex, spaghetti. Yep.
Questions to answer.
Yeah.
Because how would they know
Yeah.
how we feel their answers?
Yeah, it was a difficult one. What did we get? Yeah. All right, so what was the secret words? What's it? Okay, spaghetti sex ball. Anyone else get secret words?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, what did our mediums get?
So they all got individual ones, and I can't remember them all. So
All right, let's start.
I got unity.
Unity. Anyone else? Yep. Sorry? Belief. Yep.
I got clock.
Okay, fair enough. Anyone else?
We got puppy twice.
Puppy.
Yes.
Fair enough. That would certainly make the world happy if we all had a puppy to cuddle.
I got love, but nobody else did. I swear to God, I had like 3 or 4 times come through. And
We got the same range of letters, which was K, M, A, L, M, A, and then it would sort of like change. We got that about 3 or 4 times. So we were all sort of like, oh, could it be karma? Could it be what have you? But then those words actually dictated and gave us other information as well. So we've got like all those letters that were sort of like just spelt out. It's similar 3 or 4 times.
That's all the time, and that's my board that we use. So I get that all the time. KLMMAN.
You have to look at the
Wow.
the letters
Distinctly that.
Yeah, and it's nobody's letters that I know, like my initials are KL.
And if we asked if we were missing any letters, straight away no. And then spelling it
That's interesting. Anyone have anything else they want to share with the evidence that came through or experiences they had? I just know that we're all off to go and get an infinity tattoo on our arms now. Yeah, she's already at it. All right, Renata, any final words?
We do have about half an hour.
Oh, is there one more question?
Certainly allowed to go through the house and look at rooms, spaces that haven't been in.
Oh, Renata, I left out a question, apparently, which is the most important thing you wish to tell us. Was that the one I missed out?
No, we asked that. We asked that.
Oh, the optional questions. Are spirit guides separate entities that you can actually influence us? Whew, okay, do you guys get any answers on this? That's okay.
she took options. We did ask, but we sort of got a bit on track, and that's when the spirits were starting to come through the shows and we asked a question, and we didn't go through and said, no, you must listen. And it was like,
Fair enough.
It must be, like, it must be, like, today.
Oh, wow, okay, fair enough.
Well, we actually had Walter sort of like abruptly leave our table as well. Like it was like 5 to 1, and it was just like, see,
Yeah. Random words?
We couldn't make it to those questions. The house Anne started erupting in laughter, and we lost our connections.
Sorry.
So we didn't get that far.
Giving you energy.
We didn't get that far, but I think because we focused so much on those core questions, I think we got a better result.
Right, okay.
And then pretty quickly she said, oh, I've got to go and get the jam.
Okay, fair enough. Renata, what was our response to that? Because it was another rabbit hole.
Yeah, that was another rabbit hole because we asked, are the spirit guides that come through, are they separate entities and can they influence us? And the answer to that was no, they are not separate entities, they are us. They are generations of us that are now in a form that are here. Yeah, that are here to help us move on and measure ourselves. So they are within, and they are those atomic parts of us that have now remained to take us further.
And that negated the second question for us on how do we get spirit guides, who allocates this, and how are we chosen? Because we are our own guides. We just have to listen. We also asked at that stage how is the best way to connect with the information that our intuition or whatever can give us, and that was meditate. That's where we got the meditate as well. Anyone else get any ones on the...
As one of the mediums, can I just say that I got from the young Aboriginal lady.
Yes.
She says, I see a spirit of my people. You belong to me. You are me. I am you.
Oh my heavens! Wow, who's got goosebumps? That's essentially what we got.
She actually didn't say it in a sentence. She actually said it in 3 different words. I could see when she was speaking to me, she wasn't speaking in the sentences that we actually speak in today.
Yeah.
She was speaking in the English that she was learning from word to word.
Yeah.
So that's what she gave me.
That's
Oh, and she kept on giving me
so you guys got, so that's the portal got Annabelle. You got Annabelle.
And she was a young Indigenous child around 7 and a half.
Wow.
Miss Anna, they actually
She was a good girl.
And she was a good girl. She kept on saying good.
Oh my heavens, Renata.
She didn't have a real grasp of the English language either. I also actually got an Aboriginal name that I can't pronounce very well.
Can you spell it for us?
DJWANDIWIN. And I got the Aboriginal circles of the art that we do today, but I was more or less saying that this is our people and this is his name, because she was in love with one of the other servants who worked here on the land, so they would secretly have a relationship.
Oh,
One of
wow.
our other mediums actually started spelling a very similar word as well.
Sorry, I'm spinning fast. I have it. Yeah.
So
Well,
And
we got Binny as Annabelle's mother that actually worked in the kitchen here. But Mariah was helping Annabelle with her English and teaching the Indigenous children on the land English. She always said that there was a lot of wealthy people coming to visit, so friends and family of the wealthy people, and also too, I got the Aboriginal elder that used to stand and watch, because that was her dad.
But they've seen him.
Yes,
They
You've
have
been seen here.
but I actually got that direction is where their tribe was, and that's where they lived. But I seen him always, and somebody else, and 3 of them. Yeah, 3 of them. Yeah, he
Wow.
used to come in and check that
So that our spirit guide's part of our past essence of past lives. That's sort of all incorporated into all of that.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyone else to add anything else? So that we've just obviously found a big connection between all the groups there. So to the spirit Annabelle who is here, thank you very, very, very much for communicating with us. We'll call on you next time we come in. Renata, do you want to wrap up?
Just before we close off the circle and allow you now to wander for
We can give them a bit of
17 minutes. Look, all we can say is thank you from the bottom of our heart.
This has been profound.
For really sticking in with your roots and really giving it a go. You may not have been exactly where you wanted to be, but you were where you needed to be. And that was the most important thing. And to have drawn you all here today to do this and be part of this is astounding. We have had just the most profound experiences, all of us. I think we'll walk away remembering that today was something really, really special. I just want you all, just for a moment, just now, to just close your eyes again and just allow us to break connection. So we will once again call upon our teams, our guides, our loved ones, all of those who have been here and who have so magnificently opened up, because we have asked and we have given them the time and given of ourselves. And so we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for making that connection. But we understand that we have used your energy, and now it's time for you to step back and to be at peace. but please stay close and teach us, keep teaching us how to be people we need to be to honour you. Because you are us, and we're you. So we remove connection now, close the circles. We allow those loved ones to be at peace and for us to move on, becoming better and stay forward.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Oh, and just a final big round of applause to Renata, who pulled all of this together. Our master.
There's my feet.